You can use the Move and Copy tools to move one or more selected objects, or copy those objects and place copies of them within your model. When you select an object, the selected object turns blue and temporary dimensions appear. I'll select the transformer. Realize that you can quickly move the object by either editing the temporary dimension or by simply dragging the object to a new location. When I move the cursor over to the edge of the object, the cursor changes to a four-headed arrow. This is the drag symbol. Now I can click and drag to move the transformer. When you select an object, Revit also displays a contextual ribbon that includes tools for modifying that object. And remember that you can press the Control key and click to select multiple objects, and then press the Shift key and click on the selected object to remove it from the selection set. In the ribbon, if I click the Move tool, I can see in the status bar that Revit is waiting for me to click to specify a starting point for moving the object. I can click once to enter a starting point, which doesn't necessarily have to be on the object I'm moving. Revit then shows me a preview image of the object I'm moving. I can then move the cursor in the direction that I want to move the object. Realize that the cursor snaps to snap points and dimensions appear as guides. I can either click again to complete the move, or I can type in an actual dimension to move the object a precise distance. Also, notice that the options bar displays several checkboxes. You can use these options to control how you move the object. For example, if you select the Constrain checkbox, you restrict the movement of the object along vectors that run perpendicular or collinear to the object. If you select the Disjoin checkbox, Revit will break the association between the selected object and other objects before moving the object. This can be useful when you want to move a pipe that is joined to another pipe. You can also use the Disjoin option to move a hosted element from its current host to a new host. For example, you can use the Disjoin option to move a light fixture from one ceiling to another ceiling. The Disjoin option works best when you clear the Constrain option. As you can see, the Multiple option is disabled while using the Move tool. But if I select the Copy tool, now the Multiple option can be selected. This option enables you to place multiple copies of the object. For example, I can now place multiple copies of the transformer. Each time I place a copy, be aware that I can specify a new distance from the previous copy. If I switch back to the Move tool, why does the Multiple option show up in the options bar? If I press the Control key while moving objects, notice that the Multiple option becomes active. Now, I'm not just moving the object, I'm making copies of the object, just as if I had been using the Copy tool. But if I release the Control key, the Multiple option becomes inactive. If I switch to the Copy tool, the Multiple option is active. But now, if I press the Control key while copying objects, the Multiple option becomes inactive, and the command behaves like the Move tool.